where presidential aspirants are crisscrossing the country to sell themselves to the electorate. Prime Minister Raila Odinga rushed to South Rift in what is largely seen as an attempt to stem the rebellion and defections by Rift Valley MPs from the ODM party. Raila told them that he has no differences with the Kalenjin community, saying he values their support now just as he did in 2007. Meanwhile, NARC Kenya presidential hopeful Martha Karua was in Nairobi County, where she visited Pumwani Maternity Hospital and paid maternity and hospital bills for 25 mothers. Details of these and other stories on the 2013 succession with Aaron Ochen.
A day after Sotik Member of Parliament Joyce Laboso ditched ODM, Prime Minister Raila Odinga took his campaign in the South Rift, where he maintained that he has no vendetta with members of the Kalenjin community, as claimed by a section of politicians from the region. Raila said he would not forget the overwhelming support the community offered him and ODM during the last general elections, and that he still has their interest at heart. The PM mentioned the Mau eviction and cases pending at the International Criminal Court involving Eldoret North MP William Ruto and radio journalist Joshua Sang as the main issues used by his political enemies to weaken his support in the community.
Kenya hii kuna makabila 42. Na makabila 42 mpaka wavumiliane waishi pamoja ndio taifa la Kenya itaendelea mbele. Tujiepushe na siasa duni ya pesa nane ya ukabila.
Tuna kiongozi Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga ambaye amejitolea tangu utotoni mwake kuona kwamba haki inafanyika katika Kenya yetu hii.
In Nairobi, NARC Kenya presidential hopeful Martha Karua was at the Pumwani hospital to assess the impact of the doctor's strike on expecting and just delivered mothers. Karua thanked the midwives who were on duty and asked them not to join the strike by medical practitioners, but at the same time urged government to address the plight of medical practitioners.
I'm aware that normally you don't get empty beds in Pumwani. I've seen empty beds, and that's indication that the doctor's strike is having a negative effect on the patients.
In Trans Nzoia County, Ford Kenya presidential aspirant Moses Wetangula said his party will field candidates in all elective slots and will not enter into pre-election agreements with any party. Speaking after receiving councillors defecting from Eugene Wamalwa's new Ford Kenya, Wetangula said Ford Kenya will roll out countrywide campaigns aimed at recruiting and strengthening the party.
The new constitution outlaws exclusion, outlaws marginalization, and encourages the healing of the country through an all-inclusive political process.
Vice President Kalonzo Musyoka was in Matinyani ward in Kitui County for the Thanksgiving ceremony for the Wiper Democratic Movement councillor who won in the recently concluded by-election. Kalonzo asked the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission to use the by-election to gauge whether they will be able to conduct a free and fair election come March 4th, 2013.
Watu wana uzoefu wa kuibaiba kura kila wakati. If they do a thorough post-mortem, watakuja kugundua hapa this was a very interesting case of heavy bribery, intimidation. Na police ni lazima muwe neutral.
Restore and Build Kenya RBK presidential flag bearer James Ole Kiapi took his campaigns for State House to Uasin Gishu County, where he attended a Sunday church service at AIC in Eldoret town. Kiapi asked the Christian to pray for Kenya to get a God-fearing president who will be able to steer the country to prosperity.
We must stand for the nation. Asema tusimame kwa ajili kwa niaba ya nchi yetu.
Aaron Ochen, KTN, Sunday Night Live.